Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing?
Good evening, sir.
Evening, Doc. We are good.
Good evening. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. So I think some uh some folks will have a 3 day and a 4 day weekend. How is everybody doing? Right.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, good. Good. Happy Friday. Oh, sorry about that. I was having some feedback back here. All right. So appreciate everybody's time. We will start time now. And tonight's topic is one that has been trending over the months, and it's particularly this week. This has been one of the trending topics uh, online in the security space. And really, I don't think this is really like news or uh, is new, not news that is new. The impact of AI on cybersecurity and what we do in the cybersecurity space, right? The benefits, the challenges, right? That is what we are going to be looking at. We are going to be looking at it extensively from all the different uh, lenses that we look at cybersecurity. That is what we are going to be discussing tonight. So a very interesting discussion tonight, and I encourage everybody to also chime in as we go along to make the discussion a very interesting one. So you are all welcome. Once again, we will start time now, but before we do, so if kindly put in the chat where you're joining us from, and then you can also put hashtag Team Live in there. And we are going to explain why hashtag Team Live. I think most of our folks who are who are regular features on Cyber Chat, they know why you should put in Team Live and take a screenshot of that. Right. So with that, we are jumping in. So you are welcome once again. This is Eretmis Cyber Chat. We do this every Friday night, 7:30 at 7 p.m. Eastern to at least we hope we keep it at 8:30 9 Eastern. And tonight our discussion is the impact of AI on cybersecurity. Right. This is a very critical discussion point for all folks aspiring cybersecurity professionals and even those in the cybersecurity space. And one of the biggest questions, when it comes to this is will AI replace cybersecurity professionals, or can AI replace cybersecurity professionals? That is going to be the last answer that we are going to address in the whole entire presentation that we are going to go through, right? So I encourage everybody to stay through to the end. And our Memorial Day sale is out. We offering 20% discount on all courses, so you can take advantage of that. The coupon code is MDAY25, so you can take advantage of that. I'm Dr. Emmanuel Edu. I'm a cybersecurity professional, the CEO of Eretmis Inc., a cybersecurity consulting firm based out of New York. We do different types of contracts, but our niche within the cybersecurity space is PCI DSS. We conduct PCI DSS audits. We are qualified PCI DSS assessors. I'm a qualified PCI DSS assessor myself, together with other folks that we work with. And we do everything and anything cybersecurity as well. So all sort of cybersecurity auditing, risk assessment for uh, private organizations and also for some government agencies. I'm also the founder of Eretmis Academy, Cybersecurity Institute based out of New York also as well. I'm a former professor at University of Maryland Global Campus and also CTC, Central Texas College. And I'm a former United States Army captain. And I love to share and mentor and coach in the cybersecurity space. So that is about me. Now let's jump in. I'm going to be your sole pilot tonight. No co-pilots tonight. Everybody else can be my co-pilot because you are going to chime in as we are moving along in the discussion. So Eretmis, we are partners with CompTIA. We are authorized partners, and what this means is that we have 20% discount that CompTIA gives to us, and we push that down to everybody who is in our community. So if you are looking to sit for CompTIA Security Plus, Security Analyst, or any of the CompTIA certifications, you can reach out and we will give you the 20% discount, right? So, and the team live that I told everyone to put in there. So, if you are in the security space or you are new to the security space, when you sit for any of these certification exams, CompTIA, ISACA, CSSP, Security Plus, name it, every 3 years you have to renew, right? Now, the renewal process is two ways. You can either resit for the exam or you can use what we call continuous educational points. So some companies, they call it CEUs, others call it CPE. It doesn't really matter what the name is. All that it matters is you are continuously improving yourselves and learning in the security space. And how are you going to prove that you're continuously learning? The example is what I just showed you. So if you put hashtag team live in the chat and you take a screenshot of it, every hour that you stay on this call is going to count as 1 point. And depending on the certification you want to renew, sometimes I think for CompTIA it's like 50 points or 25 points, depending. ISACA and BEMS is 20 points per year, right? And 60 or 80 thereabout for 3 years. There's something on I think it's 20 per year, right? So as many of these that you attend, you can put in there and gradually, just listening in, that will help you to renew your certification without risk, sitting for the exams again. Or if you choose to sit for the exams again, that is also another option, right? So we have our WhatsApp group. The link has been posted in the chat. That is for Cyber Chat. So if you want to, stay up to date on what is going on in the Cyber Chat space, you can join this group. And then also on WhatsApp, on YouTube, we are transmitting this live on YouTube. And all previous Cyber Chats are on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and watch all those as well, right? And we encourage you to subscribe and share our YouTube channel to your friends and families who are interested in cybersecurity, or just, sometimes you are just going to get information to protect yourself, even if you don't want to pursue a career in cybersecurity. So it's always good to, stay tuned to what is going on on Cyber Chat. So tonight we will look at cyber news, the impact of AI on cybersecurity, and then panel discussion is going to be everybody, right? Everybody's going to chime in. So for cyber news, what are we looking at? The first thing in the news is one of the trending news this week. That is the role of the growing role of AI in cybersecurity. So AI has, as technological advancement that we are experiencing now, is playing a key role in the defensive and offensive side of cybersecurity. What does this mean? So for the main two areas of cybersecurity that we looked at last week, the defensive and offensive side. On the defensive side, we are using AI to defend how we are protecting our networks and everything that we are doing. On the offensive side, we have ethical hackers and real hackers who are trying to, steal from us. Both groups, ethical hackers, they are working for us. The ones that are more dangerous are the real hackers who are trying to breach our systems. They are also using AI to make their work easier, faster as well. Now, the different companies in the security space are also adopting AI in what they do. Different types of, so Palo Alto is one, and Palo Alto is one of the big players when it comes to the networking space. So for the different solutions that they have, intrusion detection systems, their firewalls and others, they are integrating AI in everything that they are doing, right? Now, the cybersecurity market is projected to grow from 15 billion in 2021 to 135 billion by 2030, right? So what does this mean? It means there's a lot of business in the cybersecurity space. So whether you are selling software, whether you're a cybersecurity professional, whether you're a cybersecurity company, right, there is that massive growth, right? So, and for folks who are looking to branch into or switch into the cybersecurity space, this is a good news for you because cybersecurity space, the money in there is growing. So more money for cybersecurity professionals, right? Now, next on the list is some cloud security issues that we are going to be addressing. Now, CISA has warned of potential attacks exploiting, misconfigurations in different SaaS platforms. And so we are looking at AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, and all these cloud providers. And some of these might also, on the Agile side, we are looking at Microsoft 365, backup solutions, and others. Now, who is CISA? I think we discussed this last week or last 2 weeks. Who is CISA? Is this CISA the certification, or who is CISA? And why are they warning? I mean, CISA warning, it means CISA is an organization. So which organization is this? Anyone? No one remembers who CISA is?
The Cybersecurity Authority in the United States of America.
Yes, but like what is the full meaning of CISA?
Critical Infrastructure and Security Authority or some agency. Yeah.
Yes, right on the money. So CISA, they fall under Department of Commerce, and they play a critical role. They, play a very critical role in everything that we do in cybersecurity. So it's them together with everybody else, NIST, NICE, and all those organizations. They work hand in hand to help. But for them, they really track vulnerabilities and threats that are going on in the security space. So if they are advising for us to be on the lookout for such misconfigurations, then I think we should take them more seriously. Now, if your organization is in the cloud, or you have your own cloud set up on the SaaS part, and we've done cloud security, right? A session on it is on our YouTube channel. If you were not part of it, kindly go back and look at it. What do we mean by SaaS? When we say SaaS platforms, SaaS, what does that stand for? I know we have some cloud aspects from our cloud security class. They should help us out here.
Software as a service.
Software as a service.
Oh, go ahead, please. I really couldn't.
Software as a service.
Okay, software as a service. And what does that? So for somebody who is very new to the cloud, or who is new to cybersecurity in general, what does this mean? Anyone want to give it a shot? I think we have a bunch of our cloud folks on here. Frank, please go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Edu, it means they are just providing software services to an entity, just software, either hosting or some sort of a service they're providing to an entity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Who want to go grandpa style? Frank want to go again, or somebody else's hand is up? Patricia, please go ahead.
I am new to this, and if I'm remembering correctly from my reading, I think it's software as a service is like the services that are being provided are in the cloud, all software based, and there are several different ones like platform as a service. So it's different types of infrastructure, but you can have like hybrid or all software or a mixture of software, like everything being in the cloud. But hybrid would be half in the cloud and half maybe like not in the cloud.
Okay, so okay, we will hold on to that thought. Anybody else? So whilst waiting for somebody else to give it a shot, go ahead, Felix. Yeah, Felix, please go ahead. You're muted if you're trying to speak.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so software as a service is used to complete business tasks that are typically performed on like computers. For example, accessing like your email. Typical example.
Okay. Anybody else? Augustine, please go ahead.
Yes. It means that the cloud provider is responsible for both the platform, the infrastructure, and the service and the security of for hosting your services on their cloud network.
Okay. Yes. I think there's a last hand up. George, please go ahead, and I will give my take on this.
I would say software as a service is just a cloud provider providing you a tool to use
Okay.
from the cloud.
So,
yeah.
Great. Now, I encourage everyone to go back to the session that we did, cyber chat session that we did on cloud security, right? Where we went through the different cloud services that different companies are offering, right? I think we still need a little bit polishing up on that side. Now, and that session was very extensive, right? We went really deep into it. So people are paying for classes that are not even going in depth as we do on cyber chat, right? So when you attend cyber chat, don't take it lightly. And reason why I'm bringing this up, and we could have just mentioned this and move on, but we are here to learn, right? We are here to learn and grow. So at least every day you get something new for your toolbox. So it's very easy to, in the security space, you see stuff like this and just jump over and brush your way through without really knowing everything really for sure. That is not how you learn, right? So doing this to also kind of put you in a certain mindset. So when you are reading security stuff or you are looking at reading an article about cybersecurity, you don't just pretend to yourself that you know everything that is on there. Those that you don't know, you research, you look into it. And as you are doing that, you are adding to your knowledge base, right? Uchioma, please go ahead.
So I would say software as a service is when the service provider provides a company with a tool application. And in this, when it's a software service, also the service provider is not responsible for the security of the software, but if it's that they're providing a platform and or infrastructure, then they will be responsible for the security of the software. But if it's just the software, the company will be responsible for the security of the software.
Okay. Yes. Thank you for that breakdown. Now, what service providers do, or just going back and doing some basics when it comes to the cloud, everything that we are talking about in the cloud, simply is cloud is a concept, or is a way for us to use use what we would have normally used on our network, our servers, our, computers, different systems. But when we are using it in the cloud, somebody else is providing that for us, right? So simply look at it this way. It's like if you want to rent out a storage space to put your stuff there, you're not the one who built the storage. Somebody built it and gave you that space. You are renting that space, right? So using that particular example, that is a very good example. Now, for different storage companies, look at them as different as like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, right? So the different storage companies that we have, like Cube and others, they are doing something similar on the physical side, like what AWS and others are doing. Now, for the different, what we use normally when we want to rent out the storage, we just rent the space, we put our stuff in there, and we lock it, right? Now, what if there's a storage place whereby they don't have the space for us, but they just have the structures, and then we put our own walls in there, we build our own walls, and then we create the whole place. We do the tiles and everything, and then before we put our stuff in there, right? Maybe we need the place bigger or in a certain special way, but they don't have that way. So they just give us the space, and then we create everything, right? And then put our stuff in there. That is one service. Or they can do everything for us to we just go in there, put our bags, put our stuff, and then we go our way. Or they can also just give us almost the land with, some infrastructure on the land, and then we build our, own columns and everything, and then we build from there, right? Build our own storage space, and we still pay them because they provided the land and, some of the infrastructures that we need to build on it, right? So in the IT side, what we do in, the cloud services, they provide either the infrastructure for us to build our platform on and then build our software on that, or they provide a platform for us to just build our software on it, or they provide the software and we just use it, right? So traditionally, if the cloud wasn't there, in our company, we are responsible for building our own infrastructure and then, building our own platforms and building our own software, right? But now if we want to borrow or if we want to rent that from another company instead of us providing that, because if you do that traditionally, it's very expensive to get a data center, to buy all your equipment yourself, to manage it, the security side of it, running electricity, everything. But if somebody else is doing it for us and we are renting, then, it's a bit cheaper. So we are not going too much into the cloud, but this is the concept. So when we say we have, these are the services that all the cloud service providers, they provide or we can get from them. It's either infrastructure as a service where they just give us the land and some structures on it, not much, and then we build our platform and then we build our software on that. Or we can, patronize platform as a service. So at this point, they give us the land, they build the infrastructure, they build the platform, and then that is the service we are, purchasing from them, right? And then we build our software on it. Or they can have the software built already. So all we do is we just, use the software. So we are using Zoom right now. All of us, we are using software as a service from Zoom. So Zoom could have purchased platform as a service from AWS, and then they put their Zoom software on it. But for us, we are purchasing software as a service from Zoom because we are just using Zoom's software, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So if you are totally new to security or to IT, I think maybe this makes a little bit more sense. So for what everybody said, yes, it was all leading to what I just talked about, right? So with that, we are jumping into our discussion for tonight. And Memorial Day sales began today, or it began a little bit earlier, but it's beginning today. So like the day is still ongoing. So 20% on all courses. And for folks who are looking to start a career in our AI governance space, we already started. The first cohort is about to end. You can look into joining the next cohort somewhere July, ending of July. AI governance is the way to go for all security professionals, those who have gone through some cybersecurity training or you are working on the job. This is the new thing for you to look at, right? And you are going to know why as we go through our discussion tonight, right? And then for our cloud space, if you're a security professional, you also have to know how to move in the cloud. You have to know cloud security as well. And the little discussion that we were having a while ago falls within the space of the cloud security professional. So our cloud security professional course, also very extensive. It comes with hands-on. You do a lot of stuff in AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. It's vendor neutral, so we look at all the different cloud service providers, and we're actually going to work within the cloud environment, right? Aside the theory and the concepts that we're going to take you through, we always believe in knowing, but then doing is the last portion of what you have to do to be able to make yourself marketable, not just theory and concepts, right? And for folks looking to begin your career in the cybersecurity space, this is where to start. Sometimes people say they get a bit confused because we have an AWS, we have a cloud security course, we have AI governance and security. We have this also the entry-level course. So where do they start as a beginner? As a beginner, this is where you start. The entry-level course, it starts you from zero, build you all the way up to intermediate level knowledge, and then we move you into internship where you actually work on real-world security projects, and you see, how the job is done, and you'll be ready for the job market. And we help with interview prep, resumes, and one-on-one mentorship and coaching. And then for PCI DSS or payment security compliance, this is a specialty in the security space. It's a niche in the security space. So if you already have some IT background, you have some security background, and you're looking to specialize in a niche, this is also one of the most lucrative areas in the security space for you to specialize in. And our GRC internship, the new cohort is starting tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Our March folks, we are going to communicate to you when yours will be started, but the new cohort is starting tomorrow. So if you are still sitting on the fence waiting to join, we encourage you to join before we start tomorrow morning, right? And our WhatsApp group, you are invited to join our WhatsApp group. The link has been posted. Our YouTube channel, also kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with what we are doing in cyber arts and all other dealings. So we are going to look at some of the practical applications of AI in everyday life, and then we'll look at it as we use it in the security space, and then we will jump into some of the things in terms of impact on security. So in our everyday life, we are all using AI in one way or the other, right? Maybe you might not even be aware of it, but everything from your smartphone to all the different devices, your smartwatch, that is counting your steps, your smart scale, your smart, home, your smart windows, all of it is using some form of AI or the other, right? So if you are using Siri, Alexa, even on Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, right? Facebook will be recommending some people to you, or you take a picture, you go to, I know for Android, you go to look for your picture and it'll be popping up some spaces, or you just take a picture of somebody, it will bring all the other pictures, the person. All that is using AI, right? The search engines that we are using, they are all using AI. So we use AI on day-to-day basis. Now, I know everybody is familiar with this. You go to different websites and you're going to see this come up. And, on the left, it is telling you to select all the squares with traffic lights, right? So we go through, we select, and then we move on to the next. Now, unknowingly to most people, what do you think this is, and why do we have this? Maybe 2 or 3 folks can give their take. What is the name of this thing? We have all experienced this if you go to different websites. They want to see that you are not a robot. But is that really the main goal or the intent of this? Anybody has some history on why we are encountering this in different sites that we go to?
They want to, is this related to a potential over Buffalo attack or trying to overload the system?
No. So, sometimes if maybe you are going to, especially some of the Google related websites, they want you to confirm. So type in the numbers or, select which of the following, are bicycles, or select the boxes with, it has nothing to do with tags, right?
Okay.
It's kind of, they use it as a next step in some type of authentication format, but is it really for authentication?
They want to
And
know
this
if
is
you
from
are
Google.
human.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
They want to know if the person trying to access the site or whatever is human and not AI.
Okay. Yes, that will be one. Patricia, please go ahead.
I think it's so that AI can train itself to know different ways of the more people that actually clicks on the same numbers or the same boxes, AI trains itself in order to say, okay, this is what a car is. It's that kind of thing.
Yes, Patricia is right on the money. So they kind of disguise it and make it look like it's another form of authentication, or they want to know whether you are an actual human being or a robot. But it's just a disguise for Google to train its AI, right? Google is simply training its AI. So, like Patricia was saying, if select all the boxes that has a car in it. So what you are doing is you are helping Google's AI to learn, because AI learn. There is what we call machine learning. That is how AI learns, and we have different types of machine learning, reinforcement learning, and other types of learning that AI is using to learn and to behave like a human being, right? So as you are doing this, or sometimes they will say select the ones that has traffic lights in it. So if you select the boxes, and Google's AI is learning that way. So Google is using everybody to train their AI, but you're not even aware. Now, if you use Google Maps, if you use Google Maps for GPS, you see that of late, Google has started, when you are driving, you get to the point and they will alert you and say, there's a police on the road. Are they still there? Select yes or no. What do you think you are doing? You are training their AI, right? So you select yes, or the police is still there, right? Now they know, okay, we got it right this time. You are going there, they will, it'll pop up on your phone as you are using their map. There is a car on the side of the road. Yes or no, you select yes. Now they are training. So they are training to the point where when they say there's a police there, right? And all that is AI. And we are using it in everyday life, and we are helping these different companies to train their AI, but we are not even aware of it, right? So with that, we are going to move forward. Now, some of the daily uses for your smartphones or your voice assistant, Siri, Google Assistant, and other ones that we have. Camera enhancements, right? Improving the quality of a camera. Now you can take a picture and change the background and make it look like you are standing somewhere else, right? Social media, so content recommendation. Facebook, if you keep watching certain types of videos, Facebook will keep feeding you with those types of videos, right? Instagram and others, they do the same. Phone tagging, photo tagging. So if you take a picture and you don't disable the geotagging, it is going to, pick the location and where you took the picture exactly on there as well, without you even telling it to do so. All that is AI. Now, email and communication, when it comes to spam, when you delete certain types of emails over a period of time without even opening it and reading it, you are training your emails AI to, your spam filter identifies that as spam. So when that email comes in, it's going to go straight to your spam, right? So for us, I mean, sometimes you have to be careful which emails you are just deleting without reading. It might be emails that you might want to read one day, or from a company that you are following, but if they keep sending you more, sometimes you delete all of it without, and some other days you might need that email, but it will be in your spam, right? So all that, how your email system is able to identify which one is spam, which one goes in your inbox, all that is using AI. Now, home automation, your smart home, your thermostats, and all other smart lights and other things that we are doing, they are all AI related, right? Now, shopping, if you're also buying certain types of things, you go to one website, and then when you go back to your email, you see the shoe that you're looking for pops up in there. You're like, what is happening? How did they know? And you think it's some smart thing or some, crazy stuff that is really nothing. It's just AI, working and doing that magic, right? Customer service chatbots that we use, your banking apps, detecting fraud, personal finance apps that we are using, all that has AI in it that is helping us to do what we are doing. Now, some are purely AI tools, or we've also integrated AI into them, right? Transportation, the navigation, Google Maps, and others that I was talking about. Ride-sharing apps like Uber and others, Lyft, they are all using AI integration for it to be able to work.
Why does he want to take this thing off? Why?
Kindly mute yourself.
Why? Don't take it off.
Kindly make sure you're muting yourself. So everybody can unmute themselves, but kindly please make sure you are muted, right? If you are talking in the background. Now, on the healthcare side, diagnosing different types of medical issues and conditions. Now, AI can do interpretation of medical images, like maybe your X-rays and others, and also virtual assistants, virtual health assistants, also using AI as well. Now, we've looked at all these AI stuff and AI all over the place. What is AI? Now, we've done a session purely on AI, what is artificial intelligence. It's on our YouTube channel. You can also go in there and learn a lot. Really, we go really deep into the different areas of AI, how AI learns, how AI tries to behave like a human in terms of reasoning and thinking. But here we are going to briefly look at what AI is, right? So before we do, just a little quiz. So all these AI stuff that we are looking at, what would be your definition, simple definition of AI? Anyone? You can raise your virtual hand and give it a shot. How would you define AI? Or AI is just the buzzword that we are just throwing around without really knowing for sure what really the definition of AI is.
Can I?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Well, it's artificial intelligence, but it's really math behind the engine. So the math is formulated to identify related words or phrases. And beyond that point, I can't be sure other than long-term or long language models and statistics and algorithms. So to me, it's mainly math.
Okay. Yeah. So you are speaking more behind the scenes, how it is trained and how everything is. Yes. So yes, that can define AI. Yes. Go ahead, Chris.
I would say AI is a machine that tries to learn, to reason, and to act like human.
Okay. And that is also a very good, simple answer. Anybody else wants to give it a shot?
Also, I want to say AI is a machine that is fed with information. So in a way, we are challenging it to ensure that it's really grasping what we are feeding them, testing their intelligence.
Okay.
The intelligence you impact into them, because they cannot do anything without humans feeding the information into them.
Okay. Great. Anybody else?
I can try.
Okay, give it a shot.
Okay, for me, because I was learning a lot about the different types of neuro-linguistic programming. And when I see the AI doing similar things, the AI is basically mapping the human brain and how the human brain functions and using the similar pathways to give us a different answers or to come to the conclusion and give us the solution for different tasks that we don't need to do ourselves to save time or to save money or whatever you're using, and basically to help you perform much better in any task that you're doing.
Okay. Yes. Felix, please go ahead.
Okay, so it's a program that aids humans to execute tasks within a short time.
Okay, so Felix says it's a program. I think some other people were saying it's a machine, right? So which is it, a program or is it a machine?
To me, AI is more like a knowledge repository whereby recurring events are being gathered in one place, and in future to execute it, it's being executed faster using the machine. Repository of knowledge of events.
Okay, so let's go back to the everyday AI that we encountered and we use. Is everyday AI that we encounter and use, is it a machine or is it a software?
Doc, I think it's both. It's machine and software.
Well, when we look at like the hardware, you will say it's a machine, but the hardware, something runs on the hardware.
Yeah.
Right.
Assembly language.
Yeah. So all AI, all AI, they are algorithms.
Yeah.
Algorithms are softwares, right? So they will run on a machine for the machine to do stuff, but really, the AI itself, AI is a software.
Yeah.
Right. So, and what what makes AI unique from all other softwares that we have out there is that AI tries to mimic the human reasoning, how humans think and do stuff. Right. So, just like how you see a baby, and the baby is trying to learn, everything that we are doing, the baby is looking at it, trying to do, as they are growing, they are doing different stuff. Right now, they're able to wear their shoes, they're able to, so gradually they are doing things and growing. That is how AI also learns. And that is how we also train AI, right? So how you train a human, AI gradually, does the same thing. Now, in the AI space, we have different types of AI algorithms doing different things. We have general AI that can, generally answer stuff and do stuff, and we have expert AI tools that can, mimic experts. So it can be for law, it can be for the health side. So it will try to, behave like a doctor or, a lawyer, or we have different AI tools doing different things, right? Now, how we train AI is also a different, subject altogether. Now, we use data to train AI, depending on what we want it to do, and depending on the type of AI algorithm that we are looking at. So we will have the software there. The software is written, the code is written, is able to run. Now, that is not enough, right? We have to now start training it, right? So we train it with different data, and there are different types of ways that AI learn. Anybody remembers those? We talked about those a while ago when we talked about AI. So we have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the last one is what? Anybody remembers some of the ways AI is able to learn, like the machine learning, the different types or concepts in machine learning?
Reinforcement learning.
Yes, reinforcement learning. Thank you, Chris. So these are the three main machine learning options that we have. And what is machine learning under AI? So we have our AI algorithm, but machine learning is how AI actually learns, right? So the example that we're given with the CAPTCHA that we were looking at, when Google will ask you which of the following boxes contain a car, or all those, you are helping the machine learning, right, part of what they are using their AI to do, right? So AI is a software that, or an algorithm that tries to mimic what humans do, human intelligence, right, in terms of thinking, learning, decision making, and all that, right? So if you see like a tool in terms of a hardware doing something, yes, it might be doing things, AI stuff, but really what is really making it be able to do those things are the algorithms that it runs on, right? So some of the tasks that we have AI, or AI tries to do, is understanding language. So you can type in, you go to ChatGPT, you type in stuff, is able to give you, something back. Siri, what is the weather tomorrow? Or Siri, set my alarm to this time. How is Siri able to understand the language you are speaking, right? And if you change your language on your iPhone to maybe French or to whatever, when you say it, it's able to hear and respond accordingly, right? So the machine, the understanding language part of it is NLP. We call it NLP, natural language processing. It allows AI to interpret and respond to human language. So your chatbots and your voice assistants, learning from data. So that is the machine learning piece. We feed AI with data, and it is able to respond accordingly. Now, AI, as we are feeding it with data and information, reason why we have machine learning and we say AI is learning is that you can feed it with certain types of information and then ask it a question outside the information you fed it with, and to be able to, based on that information, think like a human being and give you some response that will be equally, not really, it will be almost, accurate or accurate, right? Even though AI still has some challenges, we are still polishing it up as we move along different types of AI, but it is not restricted to only what you give it. It can do more than what you've given it. If you are training it with any type of data and you access something within that same, context, but you don't have that data for it, it will still be able to, give you some information, right? That is why if maybe you go to ChatGPT, you let it know, hey, ChatGPT, give me a list of all the, best restaurants within this city, right? It will give you that list. You go back and you say, do the same for New York. It will give you that. You can go in there and say, okay, so last week I was searching for this. I want you to do the same for without you even, it will be able to draw down that information and still give you some really good info, right? So another way of learning, aside NLP, understanding human language, that we have different AI tools that needs to understand human language. Others, machine learning like ChatGPT and others, and then perception, right? AI systems can interpret data from the world, such as recognizing images and stuff. And that is why the tool like ChatGPT, you can upload. Maybe there is something, on your toe. You can take a picture of it, upload it, and say, hey, what do you think about this? What is it? To be able to recognize it and give you some response. And all that is based on the type of training, that we've taken it through. So problem solving, decision making, also is able to do that in the financial side, health side, logistics, autonomous actions. It will be able to operate systems, other systems, or cars, and robotics without any human input, right? So some types of AI, they're able to work without human input. Others will still need human input. But overall, AI is not 100%. And AI can never be 100%. So there's always going to be the need for that human input, right? That is why AI cannot totally replace human beings in any field. So let's look at some of the benefits. I think the discussion that we were having previously kind of covers most of these. So for efficiency and automation, some of the repetitive tasks that we do on the job, AI will be able to easily do that. And that frees free time, like free us from doing these repetitive stuff. And we have enough time to do more complex activities that AI might not necessarily be able to do for now. In industries like manufacturing, logistics, and others, AI is able to optimize and reduce costs, right? AI is able to help us do a lot. There was an article that I was looking at in Amazon, their distribution centers where we get our packages and stuff from. I think Amazon has like 3 CEOs or 4 CEOs, each one of them looking at different areas of the company. One of their CEOs, his team, they developed some AI systems that are able to move and arrange, orders. So if you first they have to people have to go through the orders that are coming online and they have to rearrange them and stuff. But now all that is done through AI. So, it frees up time and you don't have to do all those stuff, for them. So you just have to go in there, you scan, you grab, and you can send the machine to go grab it and bring it to you and pack it and everything, right? So that makes life more easier. Now, enhanced decision making. So with the data, how AI is able to analyze data in a very short time, it is able to give us, a lot of information within the shortest possible time to enhance the decision making process in organizations across different sectors, right? Health, finance, business, and others, right? So AI really is doing some good stuff. Now, personalization, AI can also tailor experience to like online shopping, streaming. If you go to your Netflix, it pulls up, similar or movies that you're going to be interested in or programs you'll be interested in based on what you've watched previously. All that is done through the integration of AI. The healthcare side, still the same thing. Safety and risk reduction, still the same thing. AI is helping a lot in those fields, right? Accessibility. So tools improve accessibility, such as text to speech and hearing impaired or navigation tools and others, right? AI is able to do a lot within that space also for us as well, right? So we are going to look at some of the issues that we might encounter with AI, and we are looking at everything here in general terms, and then we will narrow it down to the cybersecurity space, right? What we are able to use AI to do in the security space. And then we will look at how AI can replace or cannot replace security professionals. And that will be a very interesting discussion. I encourage everybody to chime in and also give their take on that side as well. So as we are diving in, our Memorial Day sales ongoing started today. It will end by the 31st. So if you want to join the internship coming up and other programs, you can do so. Our AI governance specialist course, this is where we actually take you through the basics of AI, build you all the way up to intermediate level knowledge and almost pushing up to all the way advanced knowledge. Now here, you're not going to write in code for AI. We are looking at the governance, the risks, the compliance side of AI, right? Our cloud security, also very intense cloud security class. We go over all the different cloud service providers, concepts, theories, and then we move into actually working in the cloud, looking at it from the security perspective. And there's a lot of hands-on that you're going to go through and do also. So we encourage you to look into this. The next cohort will be starting in July. And for our entry-level course, for folks who want to break into the cybersecurity space, this is the best course that will help you break into the cybersecurity space with a lot of hands-on and real-world work experience also under your belt before you start even interviewing. And there's one-on-one interview prep. You get a coach who is going to also walk you through and mentor you throughout the whole entire program. And then our PCI payment compliance. If you're already in IT space, you're already in cybersecurity space, you're looking to specialize in a niche, we encourage you to look into our PCI program as well. And our internship is starting on tomorrow, 24th. Our new cohort GRC internship is starting. This is where you actually learn how to do projects within the GRC space and beyond. So you can learn theory or you've done some certifications, you've done some courses, GRC courses elsewhere that are just teaching you frameworks. Now this is the time for you to come and get your hands dirty working on different GRC projects, right? So what are some of the issues and challenges that we face in the AI, right? Now, before I go through the list that we have, what do you think are some of the issues or possible issues in the use of AI, right? What are some of the challenges? I think when we were discussing AI for one of our cyber chats a while ago, in the cyber news, there was a news that we talked about when it comes to the law enforcement side that had to do with AI and what AI was doing. Anybody remembers that? That is one of the challenges, right? But aside that, whatever comes to mind, what do you think are some of the challenges when it comes to AI, working with AI or using AI for anything? Patricia, please go ahead.
Okay.
One thing I think is biases can be done.
Okay, and like what exactly do you mean by bias?
So if the algorithms are continuously put in by Caucasian people, and those are the people that use it, whatever type of algorithms, and African American people are not actually doing anything in that realm, then the learning of the AI can focus more on the answers that are given from a perspective of Caucasian people versus African American people.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Dr. Awini, please go ahead.
Another challenge has to do with the fact that privacy issues where certain categories of data that are supposed to be private are fed into with AI. It will compromise the privacy of individuals as well as processes and then technology.
Okay. I think Cyril, you had your hand up, or Dr. Arini just took your answer.
No, yeah, I had my hand up. Yeah, I was going to say AI has hallucinations because sometimes AI does hallucinate and could give you like something off the charts that doesn't have anything to do with what you're asking. So
Okay, so you can ask AI, what are the best restaurants in New York, and it will start talking about the marathon in Boston.
yeah, something like that.
That does happen sometimes, and that is what Cyril is referring to as hallucination, and that is an actual term that we use, hallucination. AI can hallucinate. So, George, please go ahead.
I would say exploiters can use AI for their exploit, like deep fakes and other stuff.
Yes, very true. Sheila, please go ahead.
I can say AI now kills human reasoning because we now just think, or we don't think anymore, and we just go and whatever we need, we just go straight to AI without even reasoning, try to even reason a bit.
Yeah, so AI can make us very lazy. That is also one way. Now,
Prof, okay, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, please, Chris. Go ahead, Chris. Oh, you are muted if you're trying to speak. Or no, I don't think you are muted. Go ahead, Chris.
I should literally the same, Prof.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gabriel, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Adu. So according to a research that was conducted by McKinsey, 72% of organizations have at least one business function implementing AI. However, a research done by Asaka just at the end of last year shows that 40% of organizations have not offered AI training to their employees. So the implication of this is you have business functions running without proper training for your employees. So definitely there will be a whole lot of risk associated with that particular activity in the organization. Thank you.
Yes, true. Thank you for that insight, Gabriel. Walayo, please go ahead.
So AI may sometimes be so much result oriented that it pays virtually no attention or limited attention to ethics.
Yes, that is also true. Felix, please go ahead.
Okay, one problem is you will not know where the data you are feeding the software will end up. So that's a major issue.
Yes, very true. So thank you everyone for your inputs. Somebody else had an input?
One more.
Okay. Okay, Chris, and then Wright will go.
Prof, I feel like addiction, human addiction to the use of AI is a cause for concern, and I feel like there's little or no measures put in place to help curb that.
Yes, true. Right, please go ahead.
Yeah. My comment around AI will be control. There's going to be a point where the artificial intelligence will have the control that will limit human interaction completely. That's probably one of the biggest issues with AI. It will learn itself and ultimately keep humans out of the equation. Sounds science fiction, but that's kind of where the concerns are, where AI learns.
That is very possible, right? So that is why in that quarters of everything that everybody said falls within the realms of AI governance. Right. One of the key things that we look at AI governance, there has to always be the human input. So the human, AI cannot work in a vicious cycle where it has no human, it is just the AI doing its own thing. At that point, if AI gets crazy, then there's going to be issues, right? And we've just established AI does hallucinate. So there always has to be that human oversight, right? So everything that we said falls under AI governance. And these are the problems and issues we are discussing and trying to come up with solutions for under AI governance, right? So if you didn't know what AI governance entails, this is it right here. Now, piggybacking on what Patricia started with, we train AI, we do machine learning, and we feed it with data, right? So if the data that we are feeding AI with is all like female data, and then now we have to get an input for male, AI might be a bit biased, right? So on the male side, it might be a bit biased. So let's say, for example, this AI tool is used to approve credit, right? So if you apply for credit or you are applying for a loan, this AI tool is going to be used to determine whether you are eligible or you qualify or you don't. But meanwhile, during the training part of this AI, the data that we're feeding AI with to be able to identify, what type of profile qualifies for what type of amount, of loan, we're just using maybe female, data. So a female can be black, white, blue, it doesn't matter, but all female, right? And that is what we fed it with, and AI has been trained on it to identify which are some of the risky, profiles. And, if you have these attributes, you are risky and all that. Now, when we are done, and that is all that we fed it with, yes, AI can still, assess male counterparts, but it is going to be a little bit more biased on the male side. So if we give AI 10 profiles to, assess, and 5 of them is okay, so 10 for female and 10 for male, it might probably the same profiles with the same credit score and almost the same, levels of risks. AI will approve the females more than the males, right? Because it is carrying some traits of bias from how it was trained, right? So we have that tendency also there, right? And there are different AI tools so in the AI governance space, one of the biggest issues is bias and fairness. How do we eliminate bias? How do we really enforce fairness? And then we go into ethics and we go into, transparency. So I think somebody was talking about the data that we are feeding AI, that we are training AI with. How did we get that data? Who even programmed the AI to begin with, right? What is the ideology or the biases of that person? The biases of people who are programming the software will also be introduced into the software, right? So if this person, all the programmers were from United States, and they were creating a tool for something, they are more aligned with things in the United States. So if somebody else from Africa or from Europe is trying to use this tool is first biased towards everything American, right? So it is going to favor everything on the American side than anything outside the American side, right? But if we had like the group of developers were from all over the world, there'll be some balance, right? Because everybody is coming through with some different perspectives. So we all came together to design that type of AI. There'll be some. So there is an issue when it comes to bias, fairness, transparency with what type of data we are training AI with, and where do we get that data from, where. And really, tonight is not to go too deep into AI governance, but everything that we just spoke about falls directly within that space, right? So some of the issues and challenges within the AI space: job displacement. So some of the automation through AI may lead to loss of jobs, right? Some of the things, if you're in any role, I remember if let's say you work in a factory and all you do is put stickers on whatever product, it comes to your line, you put a sticker on it, right? You can easily be replaced by an AI in no time, right? Because that is an automated something that they can just have an AI tool do that, right? Program it and the hardware will be doing that, putting the stickers on. So, jobs like that, repetitive tasks might go away. Bias and fairness, what we've been discussing extensively. Now, privacy concerns. So the data that we are training AI with, what is the legal play? Are we allowed to even use that data? There was some cyber news a while ago where the owners of Game of Thrones, right? The authors of Game of Thrones, the ones who wrote the book that was used to do the series Game of Thrones, they were suing OpenAI, the owners of ChatGPT, because ChatGPT was using Game of Thrones content, the book, to train ChatGPT without consulting or getting permission from the owners of the book, right? So they actually sued them. I don't know how much they got out of that or how they settled it, but that was I think 2 years ago thereabout, right? So there are issues with privacy concerns, and even for you, if you're trying to use AI, all the information you are giving it, how is the owners of that AI tool keeping it, and all types of stuff like that, right? Now, lack of transparency. So we call something the black box model. Some AI tools, we don't know how they train the AI. All we know is this is the AI tool. Now, most companies frown on that. If you have an AI tool that we don't know and you cannot really reveal to the public how you train and what type of data you are using to train it, if there's no transparency, then most companies, especially government agencies, would desist from using your AI tool, right? Because we don't know the type of biases you are introducing into their space, right? And then security risks. So aside all the other problems and troubles that come with AI, there is also the cybersecurity risks. An attacker can hack into your AI tool, and if an attacker gets into your AI tool and they are changing stuff in there, you can just imagine the kind of results you're going to get with your AI tool or the whatever AI system that you're using, right? So that is also an issue. Ethical and legal issues are also there as well. So all these issues that we are discussing, they are what AI governance professionals deal with on a daily basis, right? To make sure their companies are doing everything right when it comes to independencies and loss of skills. And that is all that we are talking about. People will start becoming too dependent on AI. And now it is very true. We have college students who are just going to ChatGPT, putting in their essay. It will write it out, and then they'll just go in there, change one or two things, and then that's it, right? Unlike way back in, not a while ago, you had to write the paper yourself from start to finish, right? And if you go online and just copy some content, you're also going to catch you for plagiarism. But now you have AI tools creating the content, another AI tool doing the plagiarism for you, another AI tool going through and doing proofreading and rating it and making sure it is not AI related content. So like now people are just simply becoming too lazy, right? It's not like you don't have to use technology, but then you don't have to be overly reliant on it, right? And we said AI can hallucinate. So if you are hard pressed for time and you're rushing and you just put it in there, copy and paste, and you take it to class and AI is talking about the marathon, the Boston Marathon. Meanwhile, you're supposed to write about your trip to Texas. Then, that will clearly show that you are overly reliant on AI, right? So now we are narrowing it down to the use of AI in cybersecurity space. What do you think are some of the uses of AI when it comes to cybersecurity? Right? What do we use AI for in cybersecurity? What can AI help us do in the cybersecurity space? Any inputs?
Yeah, automation of repetitive tasks.
Yes, very big one. Anybody else?
Scanning a lot of data and trying to filter it to maybe the most relevant.
Yes, right on the money.
Prof,
Olanyo, please go ahead.
For threat detection and then vulnerability assessment.
Yes. That was Chris. Go
IAM,
ahead.
identity and access management.
Yes, in the identity and access management space. Doc, please go ahead.
Strengthening the cybersecurity tools to be able to detect attacks.
Yes.
On time.
Yes. And true. Gabriel.
Yeah,
yes.
behavior modeling or pattern modeling, especially when it comes to the traffic in an organization's network. It can actually create a model. So anything contrary to that, it can always flag, especially when it comes to EDR solutions.
Yes, true. Anybody else? I think Gabriel. Walanyo, were you able to give your take? I think Chris.
Yes.
Said,
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, there was another. Is Chris hand up? Okay, go ahead, Chris.
We are talking about compliance, AI compliance here. So I feel like that would be a good use for. That's what we're using AI for in cybersecurity.
Okay. Okay. Oh, compliance. Okay. Okay. Good. So I think everything that everybody said right on the money when it comes to what we use AI for in the cybersecurity space. So AI plays a very critical role in what we do in cybersecurity now. It makes our life easier, right? And that is why our last discussion is going to be in the space of, can AI replace cybersecurity professionals, or what is your take on AI versus the cybersecurity professional? So AI plays a key role, and everything that you've mentioned so far is exactly what we are using AI to do. So some of the things, threat detection and prevention, so detecting anomalies, malware, and others. Now, some of these things, we had other tools doing it now, but with these tools being integrated with AI, it makes it even more powerful, right? So your anti-malware solutions, your different network control systems, your firewalls, your intrusion detection systems, now they are more smarter than they used to be, right? So now we have more. Previously, for your firewalls and others, we had stateless and stateful firewalls. Now we have next generation firewalls, which falls directly on the lines of stateful firewalls, because they're able to think for themselves, analyze, traffic based on their own parameters, and decide which ones are bad and which ones are good, right? So, and then we have automated responses, right? So in real time, AI is able to give us some responses to make us know, hey, there is something going on your network. And this is really falls within the space of the SOC analyst and the SOC, the operation centers, right? The security operation centers, incident response automation. AI also helps us to streamline everything that we do for incident response, triaging, alerts, and recommending actions based on the type and the severity of threats, right? So, and then also phishing detections. So your different tools like Proofpoint and other tools that are helping us to detect phishing emails and others. Vulnerability management, also a key area. Behavioral analytics. I think it was Gabriel or somebody who spoke about this. So all these are some of the things that we use AI to do in the cybersecurity space, right? And it is really, really helping streamlining everything we do. Also, we cannot, talk and leave out SIM. So our security, information and event management. So the different SIM tools, now they are all AI enhanced. So they're able to do more than, they used to. Fraud detection on the financial side and also e-commerce side. AI is helping us to, be able to easily detect fraud. And risk assessment side, AI is also doing a great job helping us to do everything that we are doing in the risk assessment side. Now, keep everything that we talked about, keep it close by. We are going to discuss that even further, right? Now, what are some of the use cases? We've looked at some of the things AI can do in the security space, right? What are some of the use cases in terms of different uses and, some of the implications of how we are using AI? So for under threat intelligence, AI applications, they automate the collection and analysis of threat data, identify different sources of risks, and then also potential vulnerabilities. And the use case predicting, it helps us with the prediction of future attacks, understanding the attacker's behavior, and developing some proactive defensive strategies for us to be able to stay ahead of attackers. Intrusion detection, intrusion prevention systems. I like to do these little quizzes. What is the difference between intrusion detection systems and intrusion prevention systems? This is cybersecurity 101, right? And we are here to learn. So all these, they help us to learn as we are moving forward. What is the difference between IDS and IPS? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. That's okay.
I expect your answer's better. Go ahead. You're free to go.
Okay, so who wanted to go first? Was it Dr. Awini or Mr. Harvey. Mr. Harvey, go first.
Okay. Well, in the name is prevention, right? So that would be pre or trying to anticipate before the actual detection or break-in, if you will.
Yes. And what about the detection?
Well, it could be an actual breach or alarm, if you will. It could indicate additional files, moving of files, opening of files that have been sitting dormant, maybe as well.
Okay. Okay. So close. Dr. Arini, please go ahead.
Yeah, intrusion detection system is for external attack, and then intrusion prevention for internal staff who want to leak data to the outside world. That is how I try to understand it.
Okay. OJ, please go ahead.
So for me, intrusion detection is a software that detects intrusion. For instance, if there's unauthorized access, it will detect it. Then the prevention, that's intrusion detection prevention, it takes action to prevent it. It takes a remediation action, like to solve the issue.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Wala, you please go ahead.
With the IDS, sorry, with the IPS, the harm has not yet been caused. So you are putting up preemptive measures. But for the IDS, you are already exposed, probably a breach, and then you're trying to institute measures to prevent any future any future occurrence.
Okay. Okay. Gabriel, please go ahead.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Adu. So for intrusion detection systems, it helps detect, just like the name implies, it helps detect abnormal activity. It gives alerts, real-time alerts that, okay, there's a potential incident or intrusion at the moment, but it doesn't go beyond that particular function. But for the intrusion prevention system, what it does is it automatically attempts to detect and at the same time block the attack before it reaches the target system. So in this instance, it helps to choose which traffic goes forward or which one gets to the main system before it can cause any damage. I think that's just the basic distinction. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And Uchioma and then Phoebe will go.
All right. So so intrusion detection, prevention help us to stay proactive, while detection help us to identify harms that enter the system and help us, to identify them before they cause more harm to the organization.
Okay. Thank you. Phoebe, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Yes. With the intrusion detection system, it monitors network traffic and then alerts administrators on malicious activities that is going on. And then the prevention also just detect and prevent malicious activities by actively blocking them from entering into the system.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel, and we will move forward. And for our folks on YouTube, you can also put yours in the chat and we will read it as equally as well. Emmanuel, please go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say is the same thing with the last speaker, but one, because the intrusion preventive system detects and prevents any unauthorized traffic. While intrusion detection system only detect and maybe give alert without preventing it from going through.
Yes. So I think most of the inputs that were given are right on the money. So like the name suggests, intrusion detection systems, they only detect, they don't prevent. Intrusion prevention systems, they detect and they also prevent, right? So they detect and they will actively try to prevent that traffic from getting to the target, like Gabriel said. But the detection systems, they only detect. They don't go beyond the detection, right? So they only give you an alert and let you know, hey, this is going on. But before, the prevention systems will give you an alert and then try to block it also as well. Right? So now with AI integrated into it, it even makes it even better, right? Now we have our endpoint security. So for endpoint security systems, we're also using AI in there to help with our endpoint security, like our firewalls and others on our endpoint ransomware prevention tools and others also on our endpoint. And email security, AI helps us with data loss prevention tools. So tools like Proofpoint and others, they have AI integrated into it. So it blocks phishing emails. It'll, send those emails to your spam and, helps arrange your inbox and other emails that might be malicious. All those, these are some of the use cases in terms of the email security side. Now, identity and access management, it also helps in detecting compromised accounts, enforcing adaptive authentication, and managing access rights dynamically. That is what we are using AI for in the identity and access management side. Now, for security operations centers, you are using it to help with triaging, right? Getting alerts, triaging, improving information, improving your incident response time and your incident response timing, reducing false positives. These are some of the use cases also in this space, right? Now, fraud detection, preventing transaction fraud, identifying thefts, and also account takeovers. AI helps us to do that, right? So it makes e-commerce and things that we do on our bank's website and purchasing things online and stuff. It kind of helps to reduce some of the fraud activities that might be in there. And then also for cloud security, it helps a lot. Securing multi-cloud deployments and different cloud environments, managing data governance, and then also ensuring compliance also as well, right? Now, network security, we cannot do network security now without everything that we are able to get from the AI space. So helping with all the different network security control systems, intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention systems, and others, and making sure our accounts are safe and all that, helping detect DDoS attacks, preventing other forms of attacks and lateral movement in there. So AI together with everything else that we are doing in terms of the people and processes side helps with keeping us secure when it comes to the security side, right? Now, everything that we've looked at, really the focus was on technology, right? The impact or the use cases for AI, the focus here was on technology. Now, we know when we talk about security, we are looking at security from the perspective of people, processes, and technology. So we've looked at technology extensively. Now, on the people side, what do you think are some of the impacts of AI on the people side? How is AI affecting people working in the security space? Or what is the impact on there? So you can combine people and processes. What are some of AI's effects on people and processes? Maybe 2 or 3 people can give their take, and then we move on. So, and whilst we are doing that, we have some inputs from here. We have Chunks on the British American. Okay, Chunks, you were asking some questions in there. Can you post the link? Oh, the WhatsApp link. So the WhatsApp link is posted. It will be posted in the YouTube channel as well. Gabriel, please go ahead.
Okay,
And
so two
Jermaine,
things.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, two things come to mind, and the first is the level of expertise that an average employee would require to stay accustomed with all of these developments that we've talked about. Like we mentioned, that it requires a whole lot of machine learning and getting the AI database as robust as possible. Someone has to do all of that, and it requires lots of training. And even when the AI churns out results and all of that stuff, employees need to be able to interpret that result and make good use of them. So a whole lot of training and updating one's knowledge is required for AI to be truly effective, as it would not ordinarily work effectively by itself, except with proper alignment with individuals' accuracy in interpreting results and actually training the AI machine to do what it should do. Then you can now interpret and make it to the benefit of your own organization. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Gabriel. Randall, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'd first say it would depend on each person themselves, and then the company culture or the department team culture, meaning some will be very, I'll say, concerned and fearful about it, and then others would embrace it. But then finally, there would be obviously learning curves in relation to the adoption of it, the use of it, and then realizing the importance of the so-called human influence to help it become better and better. But then finally, if you're on the blue team, if you will, we have to realize that we have to embrace it, because obviously our so-called enemies, they are embracing it to fight it against us. Therefore, we have to, machine up, if you will, right, to fight fairly, right, or not lose too much. Thank you.
Thank you, Randall. Right on the money. Sheila, kindly go ahead, and then Patricia, and then we will look at the people and processes part of this. Go ahead, Sheila.
Oh, I would say AI for us, we require a lot of continuous learning, because the cyber space keeps evolving. So it requires a lot of learning. It's continuous learning.
Okay. Yes. Patricia, please go ahead.
I was going to say, for the positive side of it, continuous learning on behalf of the people who are doing the algorithms, so that they can make their algorithms more open to everyone, and by using the right amount of people for their algorithms. So it's going to be a continuous learning for people in all aspects. But also on the negative side, if the algorithms are not well developed, it could exclude some group of people from something that they may need, such as healthcare, or a particular type of healthcare that may only be given to one group, because AI only had an algorithm for that group.
Okay. And anybody else had some input on here?
Yeah, I'm looking at the impact of technology on or AI. When technology changes, like the coming on board of quantum computing, it means that this time the cryptography that we consider to be very difficult to crack, with AI with coming into place of quantum computing, those algorithms will be easily crackable, because quantum computing will make everything faster than the usual norm. And it means that security within the cybersecurity profession will require another technology to be able to manage it. So it will be evolving alongside.
Okay. Okay. And I think, Charles, go ahead.
Like I said, I was thinking about the impact on people, like the job maybe where you need like 5 cybersecurity analyst. With AI, you may reduce to maybe 1 or 2. So people maybe they will lose some jobs, but for the process, AI will be like we're not gonna have too much like mistakes. It's not human, so AI will do perfectly, will follow perfectly like the missions, because many of the attack we have, it's not about technology. Most of them is about human. When like the phishing attacks, it will be hard. It will be very difficult to fish an AI than to fish a human. So those will be the impacts.
Okay. Okay. So
Something like
Gabriel
that.
and Jeff, kindly hold on to your thoughts. Let's run through this real quick and then we'll give you the floor. Right. So the impact of AI on people in the cybersecurity space, one, shift in skills requirements. I think Gabriel spoke to this. Training your security professionals to know the AI space and how effectively to how to effectively and efficiently use AI powered tools. Upscaling. So making sure now, as a security professional, you have to be, adding to your skills AI in terms of what you can use AI to do and your understanding of AI in general, right? So learning about AI, learning about machine learning in the AI space, this will go alongside with your traditional cybersecurity knowledge and skill, right? And job evolution. So now in the next 3 years, 2 years down the line, most cybersecurity jobs are going to have cybersecurity analysts slash AI, whatever, or AI slash cybersecurity analyst, right? That is where most of the jobs will be heading towards. So we encourage you to join our AI governance program. That way you wouldn't be left out, right? So now it is gradually moving there. It is going to get there eventually. And some cyber chats down the line will come back and exactly we spoke about this before it even got there, right? So adding to your skill sets. Now, workforce efficiency. Obviously, AI is increasing the productivity on what we do as security professionals. It's reducing burnout because some of the repetitive stuff that we used to do, going through Excel spreadsheets and trying to fish out, anomalies by yourselves. And now AI is able to do most of that for us. And decision making, because we have a lot of data, at our disposal, AI is able to give us what we really need instead of us going through and trying to figure out and map stuff. AI is able to do that. And skills augmentation, AI is helping us be able to do more than we normally could have done in the past, right? So AI is really helping in this space as well. Now, what is the impact of AI on the processes on the security side, right? So threats and detection response, real-time analysis, we're able to, get threats and detection, what we used to do in there now, a bit faster and more streamlined. We are able to cover more than we used to do. Automated responses, we used to have this, but now is at a different level and a different speed. It might probably give us more in terms of details. For risk management and compliance, for our continuous monitoring, predictive risk analysis, that has always been a challenge. But now AI has streamlined those processes as well for us when it comes to the processes side, right? Incident response management, efficiency when it comes to triaging. You have different incidents. Which one do you solve first? Which one do you prioritize as number one? And which one, right? And then your post-incident response, your operational scalability, right? Handling large data volumes. AI is able to help us to do that. And then also 24/7 operations, especially for like your SOC groups. This is able to help AI-powered systems will help them to do their continuous monitoring 24/7, right? Now we are going to look into the discussion of the night. Will AI replace us? Or, what is going to be AI's place together with the cybersecurity professional, right? But before we do, we run through our Memorial Day sales is ongoing, 20% off on all courses. Our AI governance specialist course Like I said, for all security professionals and aspiring security professionals, this is the course that you have to add to what you have done already for security or what you are doing on the job as a security professional. And then our cloud security, you also have to know how to move in the cloud as a security professional. So you can also look into this. All new cohorts will be starting in July for both courses, right? And then for folks looking to start from scratch, you have no cybersecurity background, no IT background, this is where to begin. The cybersecurity entry-level course, it covers the theory you need to know, the concepts, the fundamentals, the basics, build a foundation, and then you're also going to work on some projects, on different projects falling under the GRC space. And then for folks looking to specialize in the security space, payment, security compliance, one of the arguably most lucrative niches in the cybersecurity space, you can also join this cohort beginning in July. And then our workshop and GRC internship, this is we are starting our new cohort tomorrow, right? This is where you break the gap between knowledge and theory to actually working on different cybersecurity projects, right? Especially falling under the GRC space. So the positive impact of AI and the challenges in cybersecurity, and then we will look at will AI replace us, right? Randall, please go ahead. You had your hand up.
Yes, sir. I'd like to get your opinion on when, say, I'm sitting in the CISO seat, if you will, and while thinking about the liabilities of the CISO, if there is a breach, if there is, funds lost, accounts, gone into, etc. But then the point is, at what point does the CISO, they can't escape the responsibility. My point is, say if some AI company comes in and they so-called sell us the dream that this can do all the following for you, and then therefore you can get rid of so-called 10 people, 20 people, and then at what point does the CISO say, oh, I believe it, I'll take that, and will solely depend on the AI, but then finally, if the AI engine fails, and then if that person's gotten rid of the humans, if you will, they're still going to be liable,
Yes.
At what point, is it so-called worth it to so-called get rid of the people versus helping the people become better?
Okay. So I think our last session will cover that question, right? So kindly hold on for a second. We are going to get there really quick, right? So on the people side, the positive impact, we've seen that already. Skills enhancement, job transformation, decision making, and decision support. AI helps us in decision making processes. And then some of the challenges, training requirements. So making sure we are training our folks on the AI side, so training them on AI governance, job displacement concerns. So some people think their roles will be in question, and then AI's own problems, biases and trust issues that we have with AI, and the need for human oversight. These are some of the challenges when it comes to the people side. Now, for the processes side, AI is helping with automation of routine tasks, real-time threat response, improving accuracy, and then also reducing false positives and others. For the challenges, process overhaul, traditional workflows may need redesigning to integrate AI effectively and efficiently. Dependency on data quality. So poor data quality can lead to ineffective AI performance, right? So whatever we are using to train AI, if that is in question, then the whole entire AI performance is in question. Now, governance and compliance, AI governance and compliance, new processes must align with regulatory standards and ethical guidelines. So for our AI governance class, this is one of the things we look at, the compliance side of AI, right? There are a lot of frameworks that you have to stay in compliance with as a company when it comes to AI side. And that is what we also look at that also as well during the program. And during the internship, you're also going to go through and do audits, AI audits with the different frameworks as well. So when it comes to the technology side, obviously, advanced threat detection, integrating AI with existing tools, and then scalability. AI it helps us to scale as well. Now, complex implementation So AI can be a bit complex to work around with. Security of AI systems, we also have to protect the AI systems already. AI is resource intensive and it's not cheap, right? So all these are some of the challenges. Now, the big question, can AI replace the security professional? And the answer is no. So AI is going to always be part and is going to augment what we do. So with the question that you were asking, AI cannot do everything for you. You have to be doing something yourself in the company for AI to help you polish it up and make it better. If you are not doing anything, AI cannot really help you, right? It's like buying a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or some fancy sports car, but then where you are driving, the maximum speed you allow there is like 30. What is really the use, right? You cannot see the performance, you cannot see. So as a CISO or in charge of anybody in charge of cybersecurity within your company, you should train your cybersecurity professionals. They should know what they are doing. They should be able to function. So any tool or any AI tool that you are going to bring on board, that is going to augment what they are doing, right? So if they are not doing anything themselves, or if there is a session of what you are doing and you think that can solely be handled by AI, that is wrong because, like we said, AI can hallucinate. So we always have to have the human oversight on what AI is doing for us, right? Now, if we also don't know how to use the AI well, that goes into training that Gabriel talked about from the beginning. If we don't train our staff on how to use these AI tools well, then having the tools really wouldn't really have that impact that we need, right? So AI cannot fully replace cybersecurity professionals, but it can significantly augment what we do and transform the roles, right? So as a security professional, you have to ensure that you are not replaceable. So whatever you are doing, your stuff and you'll be able to do it well and better than AI. Because the reason why you cannot totally be replaced by AI. We are going to look at them here shortly. So AI will help us to, elevate the roles that we are looking at, demand new skills from security professionals, particularly in AI and data literacy, strengthen our defense, right, by enhancing human capabilities, not substituting the humans, right? And the future of AI will be a hybrid. So every security professional, you have to at least be well trained on the AI governance side as well, right? So now this is the reason why AI cannot replace cybersecurity professionals. One, human judgment and context. So cybersecurity decisions require the understanding of the business context, legal implications, and ethical considerations, which this can only be done by humans. And human judgment is very critical here, right? You cannot give the whole entire context, your business context, and your legal implications, and you cannot give all those parameters really extensively to ChatGPT or any AI tool, and then give them, okay, so this is what we are trying to do. Based on that, what can you, right? I'm not sure if you've used AI tools for a while, when you use them on a daily basis, you sometimes get frustrated. You ask them one thing and they are talking totally different about something else. And every time, oh, okay, sorry, let's make this correction. And they'll come up with the same output, right? And you're trying to push it, correct stuff. So that clearly shows you that even with AI tools like ChatGPT with billions of dollars invested in it, it still has a lot of shortfalls, right? So for folks who are going in there, especially if you're applying for jobs, you just copy and paste the job description in there and you copy the bullets it gives you and you put it in there and you apply. That is why you're not getting responses, because now you're getting too lazy and you think ChatGPT will do the magic. It's not going to do the magic. You still have to go in there and tailor your resume well by yourself, right? So the human judgment and context, right? AI might not always, be able to have a better context within which we are looking for something or addressing something. Now, creative problem solving. So human beings, we excel at critical thinking and adaptive strategies than AI, right? AI is trying to behave like this. So we are the originals, right? AI is trying to imitate us. So although AI can do some things really fast and quick, still, when it comes to, creative problem solving, is us, not AI. AI can augment and help us with the data and streamline it. That way we don't have to waste our time going through a whole, list of data to bring out, what we are looking for. Now, strategic planning and policy making, that is also us. Strategic planning, risk assessment, policy development requires human understanding of organizational goal, culture, and stakeholder needs. And this is all us. AI cannot, do that. Our communication and leadership. Obviously, cybersecurity professionals, we have to communicate, work together with each other, especially in the GRC space. Work with non-technical stakeholders, technical stakeholders, lead a team, influence organizational culture beyond the capabilities of AI, right? So all that you have to do is now, as a security professional, aspiring security professional, you have to make sure you are positioning yourself whereby you are going to, also learn about AI and have that as part of your toolbox, right? So that way, AI cannot replace you, right? And you'll be able to use AI better, right? So now, rather than replacing cybersecurity professionals, AI is going to work hand in hand. It's going to be human AI collaboration for the foreseeable future, right? So AI will be our co-pilots in everything that we are doing. AI tools will assist analysts by providing insights, automating parts of their workflow, enhancing efficiency and effectiveness. New roles will be emerging. Like I said, we will have AI security specialists and AI cybersecurity analysts, AI, right? And these are popping up, right, in AI ethics officers within the cybersecurity space. So there's a lot that is going to come up in the very short future when it comes to the AI space and cybersecurity, right? So hopefully that answers your question, Randall. And if anybody has any questions, you can kindly bring it up. And our Memorial Day sales starts today, ends on the 31st. 20% off on all courses. We've been talking about AI. Now, this is the course for you to really polish up and become a full-blown AI governance specialist, together with what you're doing in the security space. Now, you don't have to be a cybersecurity professional to get into the AI governance program, right? Our cloud course is also vendor neutral, cuts across all different cloud environments. If you have never done anything in the cloud as a security professional or aspiring security professional, you need to really get some training. You need to be able to move within the cloud, because now all companies are doing something in one way or the other in the cloud. And if you are looking to begin your cybersecurity career, start with our cybersecurity entry-level course. This will get you from 0 to 100, where you can start working as a security professional, right? And then for folks who are looking to specialize in the most lucrative niche within the cybersecurity space, is the PCI, our payment security compliance program. And so all these courses we looked about, their cohorts will be starting in July. Our GRC internship and workshop is starting tomorrow. So if you are still waiting to enroll, now you can enroll with a 20% off, right? And you can join our cybersecurity, our Eretmis Cybersecurity group, the WhatsApp group. The link has been posted, and then our YouTube channel as well. And now, if there are any questions for the group, you can kindly bring it up. Great discussion. Hopefully everybody had something for their toolbox. Now, there are some shout outs that we are going to give to everybody on here. So whilst we are going through, if you have any inputs in terms of will AI replace us, or what do we need to really do to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to AI? Now, we don't have to know how to code or know how to, write an algorithm for AI, but how to use AI tools and how to govern AI tools. Now, when it comes to the AI space, we are looking at two main things, more than what we normally do in security. We are looking at the security of the AI tools, and then the other ethical side of AI as well, the biases. So the bias, transparency, training type of data used to train AI, all the compliance obligations that we have, right? So we are doing way more than you do in the security space, right? So that is why if you're in security already, it's good to add some AI governance knowledge and skill to what you have already, right? So Sabrina, good Friday, happy Friday. Vacancy from New York, joining us from New York, Mamuz, Team Live, Vacancy, Team Live, Asio, Charlotte, joining us from Charlotte. We have Daniel joining us from Houston, Rosie, Arizona, George from Ghana, and the list goes on. Adjoa from New Jersey, and Kara was saying hello, Doc. Rachel from Cleveland, and Team Live, some Team Lives in here. Rolly from Pennsylvania. I appreciate everybody's time. Gabby, Florida. Gobi, Florida. And the list goes on. Cathy from Texas. Okay, so some 1 or 2 Texas in here. Oh, and then some answers from what we were discussing. And then on our YouTube, we also had some of our folks joining us on YouTube as well. Let me see if we have some shout outs from our YouTube channel as well. So we have Samuel Chunks, Samuel, Jerry Mensa, and Ernest Dusty, Samuel Dacon, Paulette, and Jermaine. Okay, and I think they were answering some of the questions in there, but unfortunately we couldn't. Smart way for folks. Okay, so there are some really good answers in the WhatsApp, in the YouTube also as well. And for everybody on here, also put in your answers in the Raphael. Also your answer. I think you are talking about the AI gets compromised. How do human get this resolved? So when AI gets compromised, that is your question. How would humans resolve this? So it depends on the type of compromise. If it is a security compromise, then we go through the normal incident response process, right, to solve it, right? And if so, in the AI side, what makes it a bit tricky is it can be a security issue, it can be a compliance or ethical bias issue as well, right? So when we talk about an incident on the AI side, it's not just compromise, it's not just security compromise, somebody breaching the AI tool. But it can be maybe AI is hallucinating or AI is not performing like it's supposed to be. That is also an incident as well, right? So if it's a security one, then we just go with the cybersecurity steps of what we do for incident response. We have Michael joining us from Vancouver, Canada. Thank you, Michael. And then we have Bernard also joining us from Ghana. Now, another question. Many of the processes are automated. Routine jobs are being taken away by AI. Yeah, so Raphael, like I said, you have to make sure you're not just putting stickers on bottles at your job, right? If that is all you're doing, then you are easily replaceable. If with or without AI, you are easily replaceable. Right? So hopefully everybody got something for their toolbox. Now, if I missed anybody in the chat, sorry, you can still put your questions in there. And for those who I think put their locations in there, we gave all of you some shout outs, and there are some answers in there. Please, I have, or the WhatsApp link has been posted, so you can have that, Haley, Uchiba, and everybody else. Okay, so I appreciate everybody's time. I think we are 9:07, 7 minutes past 9, and it's about time for us to wrap up. Appreciate everybody's time. Hopefully you gained something for your toolbox. If you join us a bit later, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch the replay of the whole, or start from wherever you join us from, where you didn't get. You can, go in there and rewatch the video. But always is an interesting topic to discuss, AI and the impact that is going to have on security. We might do another AI topic down the line in the future. But Memorial Day, let's give some shout out to our heroes, for all our veterans and our service members. We thank you for your service, and we are wrapping up for tonight. Have a great weekend. We are going to meet same time next week. And for our interns, we are meeting tomorrow. For our new interns, 10 a.m. Eastern. For our old interns, your times will be put in there, like your starting times will be in your chat, so you can follow that accordingly. Have a great and wonderful weekend. We'll meet again.